Shabbat Shalom and good morning, Temple Beth-El. I hope this message finds everyone in good health. This week's Torah portion is Parshat Emor, and it begins with talking about the Kohanim, the high priests, and who is allowed to be a Kohen and what they must and must not do within that position. One of the things that it talks about is that a Kohen, a high priest, cannot come into contact with a dead body. Interestingly enough, in today's Jewish hospitals, you can find this all around the country. I'm not sure about the world, but I know well within even Florida and in many other places within this country, there are secondary doors to hospitals, and that those doors are often labeled Kohanim, or at least they're known to be designated for the high priests. Now, we don't have high priests anymore because we no longer have the temple within Jerusalem, which is where the priests had power. But we still do have many people in our world, much more in the observant world, with the last name of Kohen, or who believe that they're direct descendants of this tribe, the tribe of Kohanim. And so when those people go to a hospital, very often we know in most hospitals there's a morgue. In a Jewish hospital, the main door, which may still be in the same building as the morgue and the hospital, there will be a secondary door that does not connect to the building where the morgue is, therefore allowing for a modern day understanding that a Kohen could go into the hospital and not be around a dead body. There's a few more prohibitions for Kohanim, one of which they must marry a virgin. Also, they must not have blemishes or defects, which I found so interesting in a group of people that are so inclusive, but that here there's a designation written out even in the Torah that the person must not have a defect. I'm not sure how they define defect, and when I say person, I really mean man, because that is who was chosen to be the Kohanim. But I do understand that how people see it today truly is an understanding of this patriarchal lineage, because that is what happened prior to the temple being destroyed. Most of us know about matrilineal descent and that we claim our Judaism or our connection to Judaism through the mother's line. Prior to the temple being destroyed in Jerusalem, when Kohanim actually were given certain positions of strength, of leadership, it was patrilineal descent. And so for many of us and many of you who have been told, well, you're Jewish if your mother's Jewish, no matter what you practice, that actually is a change that happened way back in time within Judaism. If we go back to the Kohanim, which is where I started this conversation, you might also hear that there's a tribe of Levites, or people today who have the last name of Levi or Levi. And there are also additional tribes that had to do within Judaism that delineated what job that person or that lineage would have. So this week we learn about the Kohanim. I hope you'll join us tonight for Shabbat services and tomorrow morning for Torah study and brunch. I hope that you are all having a wonderfully dry time right now after the rain last weekend. And I hope that you have a meaningful Shabbat. Take good care. See you at 5:30 this evening. Bye-bye.